Hello everybody, my name is Sir Raphael and welcome to Environmental Studies for Class 3. Now everybody, take out your Wonder World Environmental Studies Book 3 and turn with me to lesson number 4, Animals and Insects on page 27. And let us all read. Are you ready? In 1, 2, 3. Animals and Insects. Animals big and small. The earth is home to many animals and insects. Just like plants, animals are also of different sizes. A giraffe is a big animal, while a squirrel is a small animal. The blue whale is the largest animal on earth. Now, two questions for you. Which is the smallest animal you have seen? And which is the biggest animal you have seen? Fill in the blanks. This will be for your homework. Now, let us keep reading. Some animals are so small that we have to use a microscope to see them. Do you know what a microscope is? A microscope is an instrument with which we use to see small things like germs, bacteria, things we cannot see with our eyes, our naked eyes. Right? So some animals are also that small. We have to see them through a microscope. Now let us keep reading. Wild animals such as tigers, zebras, snakes, and bears live in the jungle. They find their own food and take care of their young ones. Now, have you ever seen a tiger, zebra, a snake, or a bear? No. If you've gone to a zoo, you've probably seen them, but you will not see them in the cities. These are big animals, and they find their own food and take care of their young ones. Right? Look at the picture. There's a tiger in the jungle. Right? The tiger takes care of itself. They find their own food and they take care of their young ones. Now, let us keep reading. Domestic animals like cows, horses, and hens are tamed or domesticated. Right? What are domestic animals? Cows, horses, and hens. Right? Now, while we read about wild animals take care of themselves. They find their own food, and they live in the jungle, right? Now, domestic animals like cows, horses, and hens are tamed and domesticated. What that means is, we human beings mostly take care of domesticated animals like cows, horses, and hens, right? Now, we get milk from goats and cows, eggs from hens and ducks, and meat from hens and goats. We also eat fish. Sheep give us wool. Elephants, bullocks, donkeys, horses, and camels carry loads. Bullocks help us plow the land, and dogs guard our houses. See, there are many uses for domestic animals, but we human beings take care of domestic animals. And the domestic animals have many uses, right? And in opposition, wild animals live in the jungle. We do not take care of wild animals. Wild animals find their own food and they take care of their young ones. Now let us move on. In the high mountains, the yak is a very useful animal. It provides milk and helps carry load. We get silk from the silkworm's cocoon and honey from the honeybee. Oysters give us pearls. Yes, there are many very different kinds of domesticated animals that give us very many things. Like hens give us milk. Hens do not give us milk. Sorry, cows give us milk. That's right. Cows give us milk. Hens give us what? Eggs. Yes. Sheep give us what? Wool. Yes. And oysters give us pearls. The yak also you will find in the mountains. The yak gives us milk, and also it helps carry loads, right? So animals have very many uses, and that is why we domesticate many animals. Now let us look at the food habits of animals. Now look at the pictures. What kind of pictures do we see? Look at that. We see a lion. And next to that, what do we see? On the other side, we see a deer. And then what do we see? We see on the lower left side, we see a black bear, right? Now, what else do we see on the right side? Below the below the deer, we see vultures, right? These are different animals that have different food habits. They eat different food, and we shall learn about their food habits. Now let us read. Animals like the tiger and leopard, which hunt and eat the flesh of other animals, are called carnivores. Look at the word carnivores. 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 What are carnivores? They hunt and eat the flesh of other animals, right? For example, the tiger and the leopard. Can you give me any other example? Yes, perhaps maybe the lion. Yes, lions are also carnivores. Now let us read again. Let us keep reading. Animals like the deer and giraffe eat plants and are called herbivores. Look at the word herbivore. Herbivores. Herbivores. Now, what kind of animals are herbivores? Give me some examples. Yes, the deer. Yes, the deer is a herbivore because the deer only eats plants. And look at the next example, giraffe. The giraffe also eats plants. So they are called herbivores. Now, let's keep reading. Bear, crow, and even humans eat both meat and plants. Right? You're a human being? Are you sure you're a human being? Do you eat both meat and plants? Yes. What are we called? They are called omnivores. 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 Right? So, what are some examples of omnivores? Bear, crow, and even human beings. We also eat both meat and plants. Animals like the hyena and vulture do not hunt, but eat the leftovers of the meat eaters and are called scavengers. Look at that. Look at the word scavengers. 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 Now, scavengers also eat meat like carnivores and omnivores, but the difference between a scavenger and carnivores is scavengers do not hunt, right? Carnivores hunt. Carnivores like what? The tiger, the leopard, the lion. They hunt for their food and eat the flesh of the the animals they hunt for food. But scavengers do not hunt leftover meat of other dead animals, right? So they are called scavengers. Examples: hyena and vultures, right? Now, that will be all for today's lesson. And for homework, I would like you to answer the questions on page 27, which is the smallest animal you have seen, which is the biggest animal you have seen. And also, I would like you to make 2 lists of all of the wild animals you know and all of the domestic animals you know on 2 separate lists, right? Wild animals on one side and domestic animals on the other side. And also, I'd like you to, I would like you to give me at least two examples of each carnivores, herbivores, omnivores, and scavengers, right? And submit the homework by Friday, right? Thank you for joining me. My name is Sir Raphael, and I hope see you next time. All right, goodbye.